Hey, it's your old pal, Dr. Steve, and this week, Allison asks, Dear Dr. Steve, what's the deal with the smell in my urine after eating asparagus? Well, Allison, it's very strange because asparagus piss, or asparapiss, is just one of those medical subjects that has no impact on human health whatsoever, but's been controversial since people started paying attention to stuff like that. The reason for this is not everyone can smell the urinary byproducts of asparagus. Those who can smell them assume everyone else can too, and those who can't smell them think the others are crazy. There's no question it's a real phenomenon. It appeared in a published literature as early as 1731 when John Arbuthnot, a royal physician, wrote that asparagus, quote, affects the urine with a fetid smell, unquote. In 1866, Pierre Larousse wrote in his Universal Dictionary that, quote, the whole world knows the stench asparagus produces in the urine. Always the classy guy, it said that Babe Ruth claimed asparagus, quote, makes my piss stink, to the hostess at a black tie event. Okay, so it's real, but what causes it? Well, when you eat, your body breaks down the food into small packets it can deal with. Proteins are reduced to amino acids, fats are broken down to fatty acids, starches cleave to absorbable sugars, and so on. Junk the body can't use gets expelled as waste products. Waste molecules that are very dissolvable in water will often be excreted in the urine. So far, so good. Well, researchers have isolated the molecules that you actually smell, and they're small, sulfur-containing compounds that are outgassed from urine when it's exposed to air. The problem is they're so small they should have been broken down early in the process of digestion, rendering them completely odorless. This points to a mystery precursor molecule, something that is dumped into the urine by the kidney and then breaks up when you void your awful bladder, thus producing the smell. This precursor molecule, after 150 years of poorly funded research, has yet to be found. It's even controversial whether everyone produces the smell in the first place. It's widely known that up to 67% of the population are non-smellers, meaning they can't detect asparagus in even the most noxious urine. I'll leave it to you to imagine how you would actually study something like this. But it's never been determined conclusively whether everyone who eats asparagus even produces the smell. A 1987 study showed that only 47% of people were producers, but other studies have disagreed. Now, it may be due to genetic variations in large populations. A cohort in Finland may get a different result than a Korean team. You'd think this would be an easy thing to figure out, but it tends to be hard to keep your research money going when you're exploring frivolous topics like malodorous urine. Anyway, this only some people produce the stench and only some people smell it malarkey keeps the mystery going. I'm afraid the riddle will endure until someone discovers a link between asparagus whiz and a serious health condition, or until someone can figure out a way to make a lot of money off of it. Dave?